Hey everybody, Buckeye Piper. Hopefully you're having a great day. It's beautiful here in North Carolina. It is sunny, not too much pine pollen, and it's in the 80s, and it is perfect. So I thought today I would start with my the the top five things series that I talked about maybe doing, keeping the video shorter and more fun. So um, side note: smoking a Camacho, Connecticut. This is one that was just buried in my humidor. I just dug it out today to see. Didn't have high hopes. I'm not a big Connecticut guy. They're okay in the morning with the coffee, but other than that, I'm usually more going to be more Nicaraguan or Dominican in what I like, especially Nicaraguan. That stuff's really good, really spicy. But anyhow, without further ado, here's top five things you don't want to do if you're going to go to a cigar lounge. And I could have probably listed 20 on this, to be honest with you, because there's so much stuff I see. And a lot of it is just ridiculous. So I do have one honorable mention, so I guess it's top six, maybe. I don't know how you want to say it. But the honorable mention was don't assume the lounge is going to allow you to bring in alcohol. The majority of them do, as long as you're not throwing a kegger or some kind of wild party or getting stupid or out of control. The majority of them don't care. I do have a local lounge here that one of their rules is no alcohol. Now, us long-term members, they kind of, as long as we maybe put it in a frost buddy or something, they kind of let us do it if we want, but still, you shouldn't just assume and go rolling in and cracking out your Glencairn and a bunch of bourbon or something like that. Just ask. Be polite. Number five, and this one could be number one. This one, it's don't be a cigar snob. Just because you've watched 100 YouTube videos and you're, you know, nuanced in every aspect of cigar smoking, I promise you there's people in that lounge that have been smoking cigars way longer than you. And some of the older guys, probably longer than you've been alive, if you're a younger guy or gal. Don't be a cigar snob. Don't tell people that they're smoking cheap cigars, that this is the only good cigar, and this is how you light it, these are the tasting notes. Nobody wants to hear all that shit. Don't be a snob. If somebody asks for input, share, but don't offer it. That's the worst. And that really could have been number one, but I've got some other ones here. This one kind of grinds on me because I see it a lot. If you're going to bring your own sticks, fine. Make sure you get a stick or two from the B&M, from the lounge. It's not your personal home away from home where you're going to sit there and smoke your own cigars and expect them to stay open and never spend a penny in there, or never spend a penny. If it's a cigar bar, then perhaps, have some drinks. Spend money. Spend a little bit money if you're going to sit and use their lounge. It's not there for free. And that one kind of grinds me because I see it a lot of the couple places I go. If you don't want to, this is number three. If you don't want to look like a noob, and this is gross anyway, don't be in the humidor sniffing every cigar that you pick up and squishing it and doing everything else, especially smelling it. Nobody wants your nasty nose on a cigar that they may end up smoking. And aside from that, if you really want to look stupid, don't want to look stupid, I would refrain from picking up cigars in cellophane and smelling those. Nothing screams noob and just inexperience and foolishness than somebody in the humidor sniffing cigars through the cellophane. Don't be that guy or girl. Number two, and this one is, I think this one's important. Say hi to everybody when you walk in. You don't have to have a 30-minute conversation, but be polite. Say hello, good morning, good afternoon. How you doing? Doesn't have to be a lot. sometimes a wave. You know, if you go to lounges enough, you'll know who's in there and who your crowd more or less is, and who maybe some of the other crowd is. You know, the one I go to, sometimes there's a lot of the older gents in the morning, and they just want to be left alone, have a little coffee and smoke their cigar. They really don't want to talk. So maybe a wave and a head nod, but know your crowd. But you should say hi to everybody when you enter the lounge. And then number one, and I see this way too many times, and this is why I carry my own personal, well, I've got a Kraken pipe roll that's leather that I reconverted into my cigar lounge, my cigar smoking kind of pipe roll, cigar roll now. But do not, and this is so nasty, do not stick the cigar in your mouth, get it all wet, slobber it up, and then go use the lounge house cutters. That is the most disgusting thing ever. Aside from probably putting your boogers on the cigars when you're sniffing them. Don't do that. We already talked about that. But don't lick, if you want to lick your cigar, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever, do it. But use your own cutter. Nobody wants your nasty mouth on their cigar when they have to use the same cutter. And candidly, that's why a lot of us don't really use the lounge cutters, is because there's too many people that do that, and you see it a lot. It is gross. So would love to hear your thoughts. What are some things you agree with? What are some things I missed on? What are some things I forgot? And like I said, this could have been a top 20 or a top 50, because there's so much that goes into having a cigar and you know, going to a lounge and relaxing and fitting in without being overbearing. So would love to hear your thoughts, and have a good day. We'll catch up with you later. Maybe do another one or two today. We'll see.